ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਐਮਪੀਜ਼ ਪੀਆਰ ਪੋਲੀਵਰ ਅਤੇ ਬ੍ਰੈਡ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਕੌਕਸ ਦੀ ਮੀਟਿੰਗਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪੱਤਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਖੇਪ 'ਚ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ। ਇਸ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ट्रकर्स ते उसके काफले ते टिप्पणी की गई जो संघी सरकार दे कोविड टीके दे आदेश के विरोध च ओटावा वाल जा रहा है। इस दे नाल ही उन्हें एक बार फिर देश अंदर वध रही महंगाई कारण टूडो सरकार नूं भी घेरिया।
When there's a left-wing protest on Parliament Hill, we don't see the liberal media going through every single name of the people who attends to try and find one person that they can disparage the whole group with. We don't see CBC, for example, has been accused by its own employees of systemic racism, and yet we don't see the media here generalize that everyone who works at the CBC is a racist. Whenever you have 5 or 10,000 people who are part of any group, you're bound to have a number who have or say unacceptable things. And they should be individually responsible for the things they say and do. But that doesn't mean we disparage the thousands of hard-working, law-abiding, and peaceful truckers who, quite frankly, have kept all of you alive the last 2 years by filling your grocery shelves with the food that you eat and filling your homes with the products that you rely upon. So I think that it is possible to hold individually responsible anyone who says or does anything unacceptable, while showing support for the hardworking, law-abiding, peace-loving truckers who are fighting for their freedom and their livelihoods, and on whom we have depended for our very existence over the last 2 years.
Well, the meeting's still going on and things are looking good and we got a lot of work to do. We have barely had any parliament in 6 months. We got to get focused on the things that Canadians care about. Right? Like, we got to talk about inflation, the cost of housing. Man, like, my assessment in my neighborhood in Abbotsford went up 46%. How does a young graduate afford a house today? How does someone that makes a 6-figure income afford a house today? Right. The Canadian dream is being taken away by a lot of young people. And if Parliament's not focused on that, I think we're going to be debating C8 next week. That's what all Canadians want us to be talking about. How the government spending, a third of which outlined by the Parliamentary Budget Officer, has nothing to do with COVID. What's the impact on our long-term finances and the well-being of Canadians who are going to be left to pay that debt in the future? Those are the questions that need to be answered right now, and that's what the Conservative Party is focusing on.
And obviously top of mind,
Canadians don't know where to turn right now. And I think the Ottawa media, the establishment media, has been looking for controversies with some of these truckers. They're trying to find all the bad things that someone might have said on social media. But you know what? There's a lot of people that are coming to Ottawa who don't know what else to do.
right,
because their lives have been impacted just as much as mine and yours the last 2 years.